Good evening, YouTube. This is Todd Ryan with Hojo Woodworks. Today I'm going to show you how to make shapes for these address plaques that I make. The reason I came up with this, I was looking for different shapes to make my own personal address plaque for the front of my house. I make a solid wood, solid oak address plaque. So I got some images off Google Images, and nothing was really what I wanted. And since I get a lot of my information from YouTube and other Xcarve users, I decided to make a little video myself of some of the stuff I've gotten. I've had my Xcarve for about 14 months now. Most stuff's been trial and error. But a lot of what I learned is a really good YouTube channel called Paw Paw's Workshop. Hope he doesn't mind, I just plugged him. He's got really good stuff and very, very good information. So I'm going to start out. We'll just show you how I make we'll do a simple plaque to start with. Start out with this square. I'm going to change the shape of it to this. The shape of my board here is 12 by 9 1/4. That's because 12 is the length and 9 1/4 is kind of a nominal size of the boards I get from local home goods store. We'll call this 10 inches. Whoops. Hang on here. I'm in the wrong spot. We're going 10 inches wide by, we'll call it 7 inches tall. Click Edit. We'll hit Center to the material. Now I'm going to take a circle. We're going to make our circle as wide as the board is. So we'll make our circle 12 inches. And our height, we'll make it as tall as the board is, 9.25. And then we'll center that to the material. And looks like our square is just barely peeking out. So let's make it a little longer. Let's call it 11 inches. And height-wise, let's call it, I don't know, 7.5 inches. So that's kind of a basic shape. What we're going to do now is just hit Edit, select all. We are going to go back to Edit, come down here to Combine. Click Combine. It combines the two shapes. We're going to go to Cut, and it's on Clear Out of Pocket, and you just go to Cut Shape on Path, and there you have it. It's done. So what I will do is I will then copy it and paste it. It's going to put it over here beside it. We are going to make this pretty much 1 inch smaller than the original. So the width is going to be 11 and by 8.25. We are going to put it in the center. I'll show you why here in just a second. Okay, so now I have 2 rings. And it's basically, this is kind of a accent ring on the inside. So I'm going to go here to arrow up, and this is our work pieces down here. So we're going to add a work piece. Basically, the quickest way to do it is click this arrow. We're going to duplicate it. Okay, now it's going to automatically take us to this one. I am going to get rid of the center one here. We're going to cut it. We're going to take this one here, and we're going to take the cut. We'll max it out. And boom, now we have workpiece number 1. Let's go back to workpiece number 1 real quick. We're going to get rid of the outer ring that we just made. So now when we do our address, let me throw in a number here real quick. 1, 2, 3, and place that somewhere, and 1, 2, 3, Todd Road. And so, and then you can put all your any accent pieces. Let me go here to this one real quick. So I have scroll work here. Some of them I have names. So there's a name, and you can fill in all that. So what you have is your piece gets cut out. This is work piece number 1. So this is tool 1. More than likely a 90 or 60 or 90 degree bit is what I would use. And this will be cut 1. Boom, done. You got a nice little accent. So then you go to cut number 2, which is this guy right here where we made the cutout. And it's going to cut the entire shape out of that whole piece of wood. And while I'm on here, I just want to bring up something. If you guys have never worked too much with tabs, you can see this yellow spot. You can click this here, use tabs or don't use tabs. It gets rid of your tabs, but then your piece might get loose. So if you use tabs, you can do the quantity or however many you want. But if you notice, they're all out on the outside edges. Well, that's not going to hold on to my piece. So I don't know if you know this, but you can see where that just moved on there. You can grab a hold of the tab and slide it around your workpiece. So we'll put one. We'll move it out here a little bit to where they're easier to get rid of. I guess get rid of, I kind of use loosely, sand off, whatever. We'll put the other one here, and we're going to drag this one. Oops. Getting a little happy with my clicking here, I guess, apparently. There it is. Come on over. And we'll take this last one. And boom, there it is. So now our tabs are inside. They'll be in the clamped area. So I would clamp myself. I would clamp here and here, here and here. And to make sure you set your safety heights so you don't cut your clamps off. You go to Machine. You go to Advanced. And they all have kind of a standard 0.15. Go with a 1/4 inch or a 0.3 would probably be better. I think the clamps are 0.25. I think they're about a 1/4 inch thick. So what it'll do is the machine will raise up 0.3 before it moves, and when it comes back to home, it'll raise up 0.3 off the top of the workpiece, meaning it'll clear your clamp. So real quick, let's do something else. Just show you what happens on some other pieces here. Show you how to do a dip in something. Let's do a square. We need to zoom in here, don't we? Let's do a square. We're going to do, I'm going to lock it so that the size stays together. Let's just do 6 inches here. We're going to throw that to center the material. And just for fun, I'm going to show you how to do dips into the corner here. I'm going to take a circle here, and I can do copy. I can paste it, and we'll do one here. Tell you what, let's get rid of this square. Let's do a Mickey Mouse or a teddy bear kind of thing. Let me show you how. We're going to lock this. We're going to make this 7 inches, and let's center it. Let's get our ears here. Alright, so see our ears. I'm not going to do the exact dimensions. Obviously, you could make them a lot bigger and make them Mickey Mouse ears. So let's say you want to cut this out, and what I would do on something like this, let's go to select all. What I would do is maybe a baby that was born, and I'm going to combine them. So maybe a baby that's born and I'll go here to 0. That's, oh, sorry, cut shape on path, and we'll make it 1/8 inch. And then maybe I'll put the baby's name inside of here, height, weight, date of birth. You can make it a Mickey Mouse here, whatever. So that's, you know, how I would make that shape. Let me back up and show you what happens if you mess up here. So if, let's say, for example, you want this to be a dip in, we're going to take that circle and we're going to make sure it says 0 down here, okay? And see how it's behind there? It's highlighted, so we're going to edit. We're going to bring that dude to the front, okay? And now we're going to hit select all and combine, and now we're going to have a chunk out of it, okay? So remember, that's what happens if you do 0 height there. You'll have a chunk. You'll have a chunk out of there. Just handy trick there. So back to, I think that's pretty good for that. Let's cut this. You can pretty much make any shape in the world that you want to, and hopefully now you can, right? Hopefully you kind of get the message here, and you can figure out how to make any kind of shape, any kind of shape for your projects or whatever. So I'm going to bring this to the front, and this is just the same thing here. I'm going to take this circle, I'm going to bring it to the front, edit, bring to front. And this is how you can layer things too, so you gotta be careful. You can get multiple layers going, and you may need to hide something, so you can take another circle. So here's what I'm going to do this real quick, just for fun. Another paste, and I'm going to run this one over here, and the cut is 0. And I'm going to screw up on purpose for you guys. The cut here is 0. And I almost always go here at the bottom where it says depth and hit 0, point, and then hit enter. And the reason I do that is you will slide this bar up, and you have to be careful, because even if it's, what is that, 011540004, let's just say that's our depth, 0.00004, okay? If we do that and hit select all and combine, you can see it left the circle instead of an indentation. That's because it had some depth to that cut, even though it was not even possible to cut it that deep. So you have to come back to undo combine, click on this one, and make sure, like I said, it's see all zeros there, but 4 back there's a 4. So always want to make sure that's 0. So if it screws up on you, don't yell at me. That's what happened. So anyway, select all, hit combine, boom, go to your cut, clear out pocket, and go to cut shape on path, and there's a, I mean, obviously it's sloppy, but there's a shape. So if you wondered how to make shapes, play with that. You can take circles. I can add to this right here. Let me take this circle. We'll smash it down. Oops. I don't know how I just did that. I'm getting a little clicky here. Smash it down, stretch it out. I'm going to set it halfway into here. Okay. And I'm going to make the cut 0. Okay. Oh, see, but it still says 239 down there. And I'm going to go to edit, select all, edit, combine. It goes back to that fill. So your cut goes back to fill, but Just it goes to clear out pocket. Just go back to cut shape on path, and there I just cut a dip out of it. So drawer front, whatever, obviously without the other dots in there. But so anyway, I hope this helps some of you, a lot of you. I know a lot of when you type Easel into YouTube, you don't get a whole lot, except for Pawpaw's Workshop, which he's fantastic. So thanks for watching, appreciate it. Hojo Woodworks, hit like and share on there if you would, or give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't know. It's the first time I've ever really made a YouTube video. So thank you. Bye.